Alright, what's up, Lethalville? Said I would make a video about my experience with the disease of addiction, or just addiction, or whatever. Um, First of all, there's a lot of people mentioning that, sobriety and all of that. Well, you know, the fellowship I belong in is Narcotics Anonymous, and in Narcotics Anonymous, we basically believe that alcohol is a drug, and to say that I am sober indicates that I just have a problem with alcohol. For me, drugs are only like 1/10 of the whole problem. So once I get off of drugs, which is early on in my recovery, I have to deal with the other stuff that made me a fuck up, or made me dig into drugs the way that I did, and I'm working on that. So I'm clean and I'm in recovery. For the people in AA that are in recovery and they're sober and they have their sobriety, that's cool too. But there is a differentiation, and it doesn't really matter so much, but there are traditions that we follow in 12-step programs, and those are just part of it. Not the end of the earth, but since I'm a pedantic dickhead, I like to throw that in there. So I will now quickly try to answer the questions that were provided by my lovely lethal villains, and hopefully I'll get through them quickly, and it won't be an incredibly long video, because I have no video editing skills, so this is one shot or nothing. Alright, Christabel asks, what was your breaking point? Basically, when I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, I was no longer able to slang drugs efficiently. So I didn't have more than I needed, which was, as long as I had more dope than I needed, it was cool. When I didn't, it wasn't cool. I found myself climbing the walls, feeling mentally insane, physically felt pretty rotten, more rotten than I had before that point, or since actually, luckily. And I wanted to do something about it. Second question is, when did you know you needed to change your lifestyle? Pretty much right around that point. What helped you get through? Special shouts out to the detox I went through, and then my family, the people I met early on in NA. Which I should mention, this isn't an NA meeting, or this is an NA meeting. This isn't a NA video. This is just my video. I don't represent NA, but it is where I go, so just trying to be honest with y'all. So, just the meetings, people, my sponsor, my support group, which is basically just friends that I've linked up with in Narcotics Anonymous, and, had some experience outside of mine, and or more experience. She says that I've got some time under my belt. Thanks. Who and what helped you keep it this way? I guess I just answered that question. My sponsor, working some steps, not using, my friends, my family. What is the hardest part of the 12 steps? Working them on a daily basis. How many times have I completed them? Well, I haven't completed them all the way through. I'm pretty notoriously slow at getting anything done, let alone something as important as the 12 steps to me. So I'm only on my 7th step, but I'm halfway through-ish, so it'll get done when it gets done. Have you thought of sponsoring? I do sponsor 4 guys. Do you do any voluntary work with NA? I do some H&I, which is hospitals and institutions. I go into 2 hospitals and give my little spiel on how certain parts of NA affect me in my life and what I can do to stay clean. I also have been a secretary at my home group, which a home group is just where a meeting I go to every week that I call home. Did secretary there, did the treasurer there, did the group service representative, which is I go to the area, which is the bigger kind of service organization for the whole group, and all of that stuff. Bone Daddy Cool, aka Ron, asked me, Sham, do you have an outlet outside of sponsors that help you get through? I only have one sponsor, and another outlet I use is masturbation.